I've been reading Felicia Day's new book, You're Never Weird on the Internet Almost. So far, I'm loving it. I've always been a fan of Felicia Day's work. I've always loved The Guild. Everything she's done has been really good quality stuff. I was looking forward to reading this book. So far, I'm enjoying it, but I'm getting to the point in the book where she talks about The Guild, the miniseries, web series that she did that was about a small group of people basically playing World of Warcraft, but in the show it's called The Game. But it's basically about a few people playing World of Warcraft, forming a guild, and their lives and social interactions with each other, being guild mates, playing the game, being in the guild. And it's got me reminiscing a little bit. Back in, I want to say 2010, I was running a guild. The guild was called Booty-Based Citizens. We were on Wormrest Accord. This was a while back, and we were a role-playing guild. I had no intention of running a guild. I didn't expect to be running this guild. What had happened was a friend of mine from the game wanted to make a guild about where we role-play people living in Booty Bay in the game. The guild would be called Citizens of Booty Bay. He was going to be the guild leader. I was going to be like the next up. So we made the guild, but before we ever really got started, he left WoW for whatever reasons. And I was like, okay, well, I'll handle the guild while he's gone, and when he gets back, he'll be the guild leader. He didn't come back for a while, and it got to the point where I was the only person who could invite people. I was the only person that could recruit. I couldn't give promotions, any of that stuff. I had very little power in running the guild in his absence, so I was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make another guild with a similar name as the other guild, and we're going to call it Booty-Based Citizens with me as the guild leader, and I'm going so that I have the responsibilities and that I have the ways to promote and to recruit and to basically run the guild effectively as the guild leader. And the plan was when he came back, he would resume being guild leader, and that was fine. Well, he eventually came back, and he was pissed. He accused me of stealing his guild, and this isn't at all what he wanted, and blah, 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 and I haven't talked to him since. So I was then left leading this guild, which I had already been leading. So in the aftermath of that huge blowout with the original guild leader, I was running the guild, and over time we gathered a good core group of about 12 to 15 people that were always on, always active, we were always role-playing in Booty Bay, and just throughout the world we were role-playing our characters. And we became very close. We became a very close-knit group. I would say some of these people became some of my best friends. These were, players in WoW that I met in WoW, and we became just the best of friends. We loved talking with each other, we loved hanging out, we just loved playing the game together, and we became a very close-knit community. And this was great. I loved leading this guild. It's not that I just loved being a guild leader. I loved leading that guild and leading that group of people because they genuinely wanted to be there. They wanted to be a part of the role plays. They wanted to help with the guild. They had their own ideas. They gave me feedback on mine. It was a great guild experience. It's one of my fondest memories in WoW. But as most fond memories go, me and one of my guild mates, we started talking a lot, started hanging out a lot on the game, started messaging a lot, started, talking on Facebook, talking out of the game, and her and I ended up dating. And we dated for about a year, and it was a good year. It was a good year that her and I dated. The guild pretty much stayed as it was. Nothing huge changed with that. Now, when we dated, this was a long-distance online relationship. She was in another state, I was in another state. We talked all the time, we texted, we Skyped, we talked on the phone, we played WoW. So, we were always talking with each other in contact, but no, we never, stood face-to-face with each other. About a year into the relationship, when, for reasons, it didn't work out. She kind of stepped away from the guild. I definitely stepped away from the guild and WoW. I just kind of left. Over being upset. I stopped playing WoW, and I came back, and the guild no one was there anymore, and I kind of let it fall apart. It was totally on me. It was totally my fault that the guild fell apart. I let my own personal feelings about this guildmate, about this person that I was dating, interfere with on WoW. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't put real life relationships in front of your WoW relationships, but at the same time, they're all real relationships. But I let it get in the way of leading the guild. I should have handled it better. I shouldn't have just left. I should have, said, hey, I need to take a break. Someone else needs to leave for a little while and gone my own way. But I didn't. I didn't handle it that great. I came back about a year later, towards the end of Cataclysm, just before Mist came out. And I didn't come back on my original server, which was Reminiscing. I came back on my Alliance server, which is Agrimar, to play with some friends who they were playing Alliance. And, you know, I'd never played Alliance. It was kind of all new to me, you know, the different races, because I always played Horde. The Voodoo Bay Citizens was a Horde guild. I was Horde on Wormrest. So when I came back, I didn't try to contact anyone. I didn't try to, you know, rebuild those bridges. I just started anew. Well, eventually I did go back to Horde Wormrest, and it's actually where most of my characters that I play regularly are. But now that I'm back on Wormrest Horde, I definitely kind of miss my old guildmates. I haven't talked to them in a really long time. I still talk to one every now and then, but you know, she hasn't talked to the others in a while, so I'd like to reach out and, you know, rebuild these connections, because you know, guild or no guild, these were really good friends of mine that I let slip away, so I'd like to fix that. So Voodoo Bay Citizens, if you're watching, it's me, Abram Jace, Abe, or Seth Avis, whichever one. I'm back on Wormrest. Abram's back, Seth is back. Abram, he's an orc now. He's not a blood elf like he was, he's an orc now. But yeah, I'm back, so if you're watching, for whatever reason, let me know and let's be friends again, because that was an awesome time in WoW for me, and I would love to have that again. I miss those guys, and I'd like to be friends with them on WoW again. And as I talk about WoW all the time, if you want to be friends on WoW on Battle.net, just let me know. We'll exchange information and we'll be friends on Battle.net and play WoW together. What are some of your fondest memories playing World of Warcraft? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on all the internets, like the video, share it around, and definitely subscribe to my channel so I can geek out some more. So Captain America, Thor, Hulk.